Hi students, how are you? So in last class we were discussing about water cycle and nitrogen cycle. Today we can discuss about carbon cycle. We know that there is only a small amount of carbon on earth and it is usually present in the form of carbon dioxide. And carbon is found in various forms on the earth. It occurs in the elemental form and also in combined state. And it occurs in the elemental form as diamond and graphite. And in the combined state, it is found as carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, as carbonates and hydrogen carbonate salts in various minerals and all. And carbon is present in proteins, carbohydrates, fats, nucleic acids and vitamins also. And our skeleton, we have endoskeleton. Our skeleton also contains carbon. Then some animals have exoskeleton. So the endoskeleton and exoskeleton of various animals are also formed from carbonate salts. Now how this carbon enter into the body of living things? It enters into the body of living things through the process of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? We know it is the process of preparation of food by plants using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So in this process of photosynthesis, plants are taking in which gas? They are taking in carbon dioxide through the holes called stomata on the leaves. So carbon dioxide is entering into the body of plants through the process of photosynthesis. And when animals use these plants, this enters into the body of animals also. Okay. And using the carbon dioxide, plants prepare glucose, food or glucose. And all animals are using this glucose. Okay. And these glucose are converted into other substances or used to provide energy for the synthesis of other biologically important molecules. Now, how this glucose is utilized by our body? In the process of respiration, what is happening? This glucose is broken down by oxygen to release energy. So, during respiration, the glucose breaks and release energy. And along with energy, carbon dioxide and water is also given out. So during respiration, we use glucose to get energy, or glucose is broken down to release energy, and at the same time, carbon dioxide and water is also formed. So during respiration, what is given out? Carbon dioxide is given out. So for photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken into the body, and during respiration, carbon dioxide is given out from the body. Thus, carbon dioxide is released during respiration, and this carbon dioxide then goes back into the atmosphere also. Okay. Then another process that releases carbon dioxide to the atmosphere is the process of combustion, burning. When things are burnt, carbon dioxide is released. So that is when fossil fuels or fuels like petroleum, coal, all these are burned to produce energy. They are burned to provide energy for various needs like heating, cooking, transportation and industrial process. And during this process, what is given out? Carbon dioxide is released also. Okay. And nowadays, the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is said to have doubled. Why it is percentage of carbon dioxide is doubled now? Because we know that due to industrial revolution, human beings started to burn fossil fuels on a large scale. So nowadays the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is increasing because we are burning fuels on a large scale in industries and all. So the amount of carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere is also increased. Okay. So carbon, like water, is thus cycled repeatedly. Which are the processes through carbon enters into the body? Through photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken into the body. And second thing is that many marine animals use carbonates that is dissolved in seawater to make the shells. So the marine animals are also utilizing these carbonates to make their shells. So through these processes, carbon is entering into the body. And through which all processes it is given out? When things are burned, during combustion, carbon dioxide is given out. And during respiration also, carbon dioxide is given out, or carbon is given out. So the amount of carbon in the atmosphere is always kept constant. Through photosynthesis and through the shells it is taken in, and through combustion and respiration it is again given back. So it is cycling. So we saw water cycle, nitrogen cycle and all. The same ways we can see carbon is also going out and coming back. So it is also a cycle. Now you can see the diagram of carbon cycle in your textbook here. So here carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It during daytime what happens? The plants are preparing food. So they take in the carbon dioxide, prepare food. Okay. And during night what happens? They are breathing out. Respiration is taking place. So they are giving out carbon dioxide. Daytime also they give out carbon dioxide, but more amount of carbon dioxide is used for preparing food. So they are taking in carbon dioxide. At night they are giving out carbon dioxide. And plants, their fuels, fossil fuels, coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. So it is some amount is going out as coal and petroleum. And from plants, animals also get this. Animals, marine plants and animals, their dead and decayed body or fossil fuels make what? Petroleum also. Then some carbonates are used for making shells in the body of marine animals also. And these animals also through the process of respiration and decomposition also they are giving out carbon dioxide. And some amount of carbonates are present in water, and it is usually present as stones called limestone also. So this is the diagram of carbon cycle. Okay, clear now? So carbon, like water, is thus cycled repeatedly through different forms by various physical and biological activities. Clear now? Our next topic is greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect. Do you know how the tropical plants are kept warm during the winters in colder climate? They are kept in glass houses called greenhouses. The tropical plants during winters, they are kept in glass houses. And light from the sun passes through the glass roof of the greenhouse. So heat from the sun, light and heat from the sun enters through the glasses of the greenhouse. And it will heat the plants and the ground inside. These objects then emit, so these plants and all, they will emit infrared radiations. This is absorbed or reflected by the glass roof. So these radiations are absorbed, or it is again reflected back by the glass roof. That means glass roof won't allow the heat to go outside. So the heat is trapped inside this glass house itself. So thus these glass houses are trapping the thermal energy in the greenhouse instead of letting it to escape. So here the heat is trapped by glass, and hence the temperature inside a glass enclosure will be much higher than the surroundings. So it won't allow it to go outside. So the temperature inside this glass house will be higher than the temperature outside. So in tropical countries during winters, the plants are kept in glass houses so that they will get enough heat and they can grow also. On our earth also we can see that some gases prevent the escape of heat from the earth. So on the earth also there are some gases on the earth. They won't allow heat to go outside from the earth. And these gases are called as greenhouse gases. So these gases are called greenhouse gases because they won't allow heat to go out from the Earth. Okay, so these greenhouse gases are the gases in Earth's atmosphere that trap heat. So they let sunlight pass through the atmosphere, but they prevent the heat from leaving the atmosphere. So they will allow sunlight to get into the Earth, but they won't allow heat from the Earth to go outside. So these greenhouse gases will trap the heat inside the Earth itself. Okay. And the main greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, nitrous oxide, CFCs, etc. So they prevent the heat that the sunlight brings from leaving the atmosphere. Overall, greenhouse gases are a good thing because without them, our planet would be too cold and life as we know would not exist. But nowadays, what is happening? Nowadays, the percentage of greenhouse gases are increasing in a large amount. And due to that increase, what happens? All these gases are trapping the temperature and the temperature of the earth is increasing also. So an increase in the percentage of such gases in the atmosphere would cause the average temperature to increase worldwide, and this is called greenhouse effect. So this greenhouse gases amount is increased a lot. So nowadays, due to various human activities, these human activities are adding too much of these gases, greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, and an increase in the carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere would cause more heat to be retained by the atmosphere, and it will lead to global warming. Here now. Okay, bye.